a strategy to getting good grades. The moment I found out about grade hacking, that's when I started getting a 4.0. Have friends that are smarter than you, who you know can get you in spaces that knowledge on its own can't. The smartest kids would never go to class. I'm sorry, I'm not about to be doing homework every day. Let me teach y'all the right way to study. Hi my loves, it's me, Gina B. Welcome to the final episode of Back to Basics, your guide to everything back to school. Thank you for coming to class every day. Thank you for tuning in. I got dressed up for the last day of class and the first day of school for y'all. I truly do believe education is very important. And like I said in the first episode, as long as you make sure you are getting a return on your investment, go ahead. For me, there's a couple things I wish I knew, career-wise, networking-wise, that I wish someone told me, and grade-wise. Y'all, I'm gonna be 100% vulnerable with y'all. I've always been good at school my whole life, so I thought college was gonna be no difference. Like, I wasn't even thinking about the academic side. My first semester, I got my first ever F. I know, Gina B getting an F? I know! It was unheard of for me. Granted, in my defense, it was in Spanish, and yo no habla español. Like, I really thought it was all fun and games. It's just Spanish. It really showed me. But it don't matter. Like, I went from struggling in class to getting a 4.0. Not once, but multiple times, because I'm really that girl. One thing about me, even if I hit rock bottom, I'm gonna rise to the top every time. I just need to figure out the right systems. So today I'm gonna put you guys onto those systems and the tips, the tricks, everything I learned to how to really be in your academic bag. School starts before class starts. That is the key. If you planning out your schedule the first day of school, I'm sorry, baby, you are too late. I mean, it's never too late. I just wouldn't advise that. The moment you get your syllabus, start organizing. I'd go on Google Calendar and I would put in all the important dates, quizzes, exam, projects. I would color grade it by difficulty or credits. My hardest class I ever took was, I believe, biochem was kind of easy. Can you imagine me saying biochem is easy? Maybe orgo. Organic chemistry was my hardest class, so I would make that red. If I have an easy, like, 1 credit class that I don't really have to do too much, I would make that green, and then a mid-tier class, I would make that yellow. When I'm looking at the work I have to do in my calendar, I can see, oh shoot, like the red, I have a red project coming up, meaning in my hardest class, I have this major task. I also had a Notion flow sheet. I'll just have all my assignments and I'll have a board, right? So Notion, you can make these things called boards, and I'll move it from assigned, not done, in progress, working on it, completed, and use that to kind of track my progress through assignments. So I feel like that's a great way also to be organized. Like, I'll put a bunch of resources in the comments and in the description box. Like, I want to make sure y'all get what you need to get, okay? This changed my life. The moment I found out about grade hacking, when they say work smart, not hard, this is exactly what I did with grade hacking. There is a strategy to getting good grades. It's not just hard work. It's not just, oh my gosh, study till your brain falls off. So boom, this is how I grade hack. The first 2 weeks are extremely important. Those first 2 weeks, you better be serious. And it's crazy because the first 2 weeks are usually the most lit as well. So you really just gotta choose your battles and pick your battles very carefully. Our school had a system called add drop where you could choose to stay or leave and enroll in a different class. Monitor the teacher. Is this teacher your vibe? Because I realized, right, I would be in organic chemistry, my friend would be in organic chemistry. She barely getting any homework, the teacher mad chill, she really chilling. I'm in organic chemistry, the teacher is doing the absolute most. But do not be alarmed. Sometimes the more a teacher does, it's more beneficial for you. Let me explain. If the teacher only has 1 major quiz, 2 major assignments, and 1 project, best believe every single one of those things is worth so much. I feel like it's easier to grade hack when the teacher has multiple assignments, multiple projects, multiple homeworks, because 100 chances versus 100 divided by 3. Baby, once you mess up, you in the 75. Mess up again, baby, 50s, you get. So be mindful of the teacher and how they grade and how they weigh certain things. The grade portion of your syllabus is vital. I need to know how I'm being graded because that's how you grade hack. If you just putting equal effort into every single thing, baby, you're gonna burn out, and when it really matters, you're not gonna have the energy. Know the breakdown. Know how much homework is worth, know how much quizzes are worth, how much projects are worth. Like, know what everything is worth so you can allocate your energy effectively. The smartest kids would never go to class. If attendance wasn't mandatory, of course, they would just utilize their time properly. early. You have to do well in the beginning. So I saw a lot of kids will be slacking in the beginning, then at the end you trying to raise your grade. You went about it all wrong. In the beginning, you better begin hundreds, nothing less than hundreds. Chances are that's gonna be the easiest. You gotta understand, with teaching, everything builds upon itself. The first test is going to be the easiest test because everything else is built off of that. So if you failed the first test, you think about it, you can. It's just gonna take a lot more work. So definitely work harder in the beginning, okay? Because towards the end, it gets kind of dodgy, even for me, innit? So recap: 1, know the breakdown of each assignment and then allocate your time and energy effectively. Work the hardest on the things that are worth more. Don't be trying to finish all the homeworks that are worth 10 points when the major project is worth 75 points of your grade. Do you get what I mean, brother? Doing well in the first half, 1, you have to be active in class. I went to a big university. This was really hard because there's an element of like public speaking involved, and if you want to ask one question, you got to ask the whole 300,000 people in the class. I wasn't too good at doing this, but once I started like realizing that, okay, when you're active in class, that shows the teacher that you care. There's nothing teachers like more than knowing someone cares. Caring isn't gonna make you get 100, but caring could be the difference between an 89 and a 90 just because they like. Because you also have to understand human psychology. There's always a certain level of bias. So the student that cares, that's active, that's present in class, the teacher's gonna favor them a little bit more than the one that's always sleeping. Imagine if I was a teacher, I'm trying to teach and you're always sleeping, and at the end of class you talk about, is there any extra credit? No, there's not. Meaning I could have extra credit, but for you, no. But for the one that was active, raising their hand, I could tell like you really want to know. Get to know the teacher. Like I'm telling you, y'all, like if I'm telling you, get to know your teacher and try. Some of them are kind of weird, but try to become acquaintances and network with your teachers, because this also comes in handy. If you're in a hard class, have friends that are smarter than you. They will explain things better than the professor. They will help you and they will be your second teacher. Please do not be in a group where everybody confused about the same thing. Making friends with upperclassmen, people that already took the class, people that already went the path that I'm going in, chef's kiss, completely changed my grades. Forming study groups will help you because people will be sending you things that need to be sent when you need them. You get like form connections and utilize all the resources. So once you start off high, just try to maintain it. So you ace the first quiz, you're doing good at the first homeworks, just maintain that level. Even if you drop slightly, it's like just try to maintain it. But if you start low and you try to raise it, baby, I just hate to tell you, it's gonna be hard. So basically, grade hacking to me is doing the best in the things that are worth more. Not everything is weighed the same. I'm not about to be doing things worth 5 points when some things are worth 75 points. Like I said earlier, definitely organize your classes from hardest and most time consuming to the easiest and less time consuming, and spend more energy and time on the things that are harder. Sometimes energy and willpower is a limited resource. I feel like for me, that's how I would procrastinate. I would do the easy work and avoid doing the hard work, but I would feel like I got so much done because I did the easy work when the easy work didn't really matter. I'm really putting y'all on. If you would just shine your eye and listen, I promise you, you too can be the president of America like me. For a very long time, I did not know how to properly study. I just thought studying was just cute little highlights, study group, like we fake studying, it's a vibe, it's cute, I'm having fun. No, there is a real and proper technique to effectively study. One thing you do not want to do is wait till last minute. I know sometimes it seems like you're really doing it, you really took it when you wait till last minute and you still do good. Don't stop doing it. Don't even stop. Let me teach y'all the right way to study. The moment I started using active recall, that's when I started getting a 4.0. Before, I couldn't understand why I was in this B vibe, like Gina B, but I'm trying to get an A, like please. Now, what is active recall? I had to do my research on this because I've been out of school for a year now. Active recall is a studying technique that involves having to recall information from memory. You could do this through flashcards and self-testing. And I'll put the exact video that put me onto this by Ali. I love Ali, like he really put me onto stuff, and he used to be a doctor, so I'll put the exact exact videos that I use to learn how to active recall. So what you want to do is you go through your lecture notes and you make a test for yourself. So whatever you don't know is what you study more. When I was in bio, right, I would take my bio notes and then I would make me a test. What is this? What is that? And then if I get stuck, that means I don't really know that thing, and then I'll refresh my mind or study that thing, and then I'll retest myself again. You could recall something that shows that you actually know it. Think about it. When you are taking a test, that is active recalling. You have to recall the things that you have learned. So if you can't recall it, what does that mean? You didn't really learn it. That's why you're failing. No, but like literally, so once I realized that changed the game. That's really the only study technique that you truly need. Again, explore what you think works for you, but I really think that is the best way to study. Some habits I truly do suggest: have designated days. I had designated study days, designated homework days, and designated rest days. I'm sorry, I'm not about to be doing homework every day. If Mondays are my study days, Monday I'm studying. If Tuesdays are my homework days, I'm only doing homework, and once I'm done, I'm done. If it's a rest day like Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, maybe I'm resting. But make a schedule that actually allows you to do what you need to do when you need to do it. Realistically, you are not going to do homework every single day. You're not going to want to study every day, and you don't really have to. 2 hours of proper zoned in deep work studying is way more effective than every day barely looking at it, getting distracted, talking to your friends, but you studying. Just really be real with yourself and allocate the time and do what you say you're going to do during that time. Yeah. And I use this technique in real life too. Like I have designated filming days, designated editing days, and that's really been like helping me. Keep up with your health. I don't care what anybody says. Education is not worth more than your health. I've seen people get sick. People get depressed from school, and I just don't think that's worth it, because I'm looking at it from a biological and psychological standpoint. If I am not healthy, my brain cannot operate at the highest form. So definitely make sure you are taking care of yourself and don't sacrifice your health for school. Even though that's what culture teaches, like stay up and study, work hard, grind. Don't do that. Like really prioritize self-care as well. I did not sleep enough in college, and I mean, there's a time and place for that. You just have to live a balanced life, but I would say try to at least get some sleep. And I also feel like getting sick throws off everything. Like once you get sick, like you could barely study, you can't go to class, you're missing days. So keep up with your vitamins, keep up eating healthy, keep up, just like really try to prevent getting sick as much as possible. Obviously it's hard. They have y'all caged up like salmon, is it salmon? Sardines in a little dorm room. Definitely try to manage your stress. Some ways I managed my stress was basically praying. Like if your college offers therapy, counseling, like definitely speak to someone about it. Try to find help, try to find a supportive friend group, talk to your parents, talk to anyone you can, and try to kind of relieve some of that stress. Like I said in the other video, make sure the degree you're pursuing aligns you to have the lifestyle you want, make the money you want, and live the type of life you want. Degree does not translate to salary. Things like your field and experience kind of make your salary, so be mindful. Like don't go pick a degree with a starting salary of 50K and think you gonna graduate and make 120K. Vice versa, there's some degrees where people graduate and make 100K off bat. So if that's what you want, look into that. But if you're not passionate about it, like just try to find that middle ground between passion and salary. I personally do not think college is a scam. What you gotta make sure though is be intentional. Make sure you are getting everything you possibly can, down to student discounts, networking, career advice. Like utilize every resource at your university. Networking is what I wish I did more. Networking could literally make or break your career. It is true when they say it's not about what you know, but who you know, because who you know can get you in spaces that knowledge on its own can't. I feel like the internet has like normalized this idea of, oh, gatekeepers. But in life, there are gatekeepers and there are destiny helpers. There are some people that you need to meet in order to get to where you need to go to. Ruth needed Naomi, or did Naomi need Ruth? They needed each other, right? So how the world is, relationships are crucial to where you want to go. There are certain people that you need to know and you need to connect with, not only for self-gain, but for the greater good of the world. Like, I don't know. What I would say about networking is don't look at it as this thing to check off. Just prioritize building genuine relationships and know that they can pay off. It's not everyone you meet that you have to get something from, but just know that in the end, it can pay off. A form of networking is connecting with your professors. If you want to pursue higher education, you're going to need letters of recommendations, and they're going to want them from academic people. How can you network if you're not doing nothing? Get involved in clubs, get involved in groups, get involved being an RA. For me, I would totally recommend everyone to be an RA. I know it seems annoying and weird, but for some reason, it was so much fun, and it taught us so many skills and allowed us to network and connect so much deeper. So I would say be an RA. Do internships. Those are ways to connect. Wherever you intern can be your next job opportunity once you graduate. And it's also the experiences you gain in certain environments, you can speak on them during your job interview. So say being an RA definitely came in handy, because when I did certain job interviews and they'll be like, if there was this crisis, how would you solve it? And I'll be like, well, when I was an RA, oftentimes I had students do XYZ and I had to do XYZ in order to solve XYZ. Okay, storytelling, like, you gotta tell them. You can't just be like, I love teamwork. And it's like, how have you ever teamworked? Networking is just about being genuine and connecting with people that align with your future. You don't necessarily just have to, oh, I'm just trying to get everybody on my roster. Like, no, just genuinely connect and talk to everyone. So please don't be standoffish, be friendly, just connect and genuinely want to get to know people. Again, I cannot believe this series is over. I just hope you guys gained a lot of value from it. I really just told y'all everything I know, everything I would tell my younger self, everything I would tell people in my real life. I just really put it out on the line and put y'all on. So I really hope you enjoyed this series. I can't believe it's over. Like, who's next? Like, what's next? Like, and I am so happy for you guys. I feel like you're gonna have a great semester. Do not let anybody get in your way of your goals and your dreams, and do not let anybody take you away from God. Keep him first. Keep your goals in mind. Be intentional. Like, you got this. Have a great day at school, in college, in life. Love you guys so much, and I really hope this video helped. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If I gave you value in any way, definitely make sure to comment your own tips, your own advice, and you could put the girlies on. Don't forget, I love you, God loves you. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed. Mwah.